Christy Naus with the Community Foundation. Welcome to this edition of Connections. I'm here today at Sunny Camp Sunnyside with Easterseals, Iowa, and Sherry Nielsen, the president and CEO of Easterseals, Iowa. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thanks for coming and welcome to Camp Sunnyside.
You bet. We were just sharing. We have known each other through our roles for 20 years probably, when the Community Foundation made a grant actually to start the Child Development Center here at Camp Sunnyside. And we're here to talk about what you've done at the Child Development Center, but also some other important work that you're doing in and for our community and even beyond. But let's start with the Child Development Center, because recently we were able to give another leadership grant to enhance that program. And so what have you done?
Oh, it has just been amazing. We are so grateful for the support of the Community Foundation. And with those dollars, we were able to partner with Hubble and their partners, and we were able to double the size of our Child Development Center. So going from 60 children to the capacity to serve 120.
That is incredible. And the thing that really drew us into this project, of course, we know there's a huge need for childcare and quality childcare in our community, but beyond that, you serve some really special needs in your Child Development Center as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we serve children from all sorts of different backgrounds, children with special needs. We really just want to bring children together so they have an integrated care and integrated experience, so they're school ready when they go off to start the rest of their lives.
That's what I love about it too, is that integration from the beginning and bringing kids together to get to know one another and learn from one another in lots of different ways. And I bet you see people really come from all over to take advantage of that if their kids have that need.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, I think one of the things that's most touching for me is, of course, our kids with disabilities love having an opportunity to come somewhere where they're welcomed, encouraged, and met where they're at. But our typical developing children, we hear from their parents all the time about what a difference that integrated care made in their overall social and emotional development.
Yeah, and exposure. I love that. I love that so much. Well, it's the legislature is in session in Iowa. And so certainly we hear about quality, affordable childcare, and just access to childcare, right? But we also hear a lot about children's mental health. And I think that that's really been elevated. It's been going on for a long time, but certainly elevated through COVID and the pandemic, obviously. And you were really able to step up recently to initiate another program, kind of serve as a huge resource for our community and beyond. And we were happy to support that with a leadership grant as well. So tell us about the Crisis Stabilization Center that you've established here.
Yes. So because of the generous support that we got with our Child Development Center, we had another building that was free. There was an RFP that was issued from Polk County Health Services. And they were looking for, as we continue to build the child mental health system of care, they were looking for a provider who would be interested in providing crisis stabilization. And so because of that, we were able to apply and then were awarded that contract. And crisis stabilization is all about immediate services to a family and to the child.
Yes.
So with your gift and the gift of others, we were able to remodel our center. We're not quite done yet, but we'll have capacity to serve 12 children at a time.
Okay.
And so that service is really looking to prevent children from having to sit in emergency waiting rooms, hospitals, but get the family the support they needed.
Yeah, or even not get support
or get
because there's nowhere to go.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
That is just huge. And I mean, there's so much that goes along with that. And I know that you've been really working on it. Community Foundation has too, is even to just get a plan to address children's mental health care needs in our community. But this was a huge part of that. I mean, there's sort of lots of systems that we can put in place and lots of ways that we can wrap around families. But this was a huge need that in that moment, they need help. They need they need stabilization, right?
Absolutely.
And this does that. So thanks for stepping up to that. I bet that was an interesting discussion with your board to really get into that place.
Absolutely. We were really quite honored to be able to respond because we know that there's such a need. So we opened the doors. We have a temporary spot right now that we are serving kids. We opened the doors September 7th, and we've served over 80 families already.
Really?
And have been many days full. And so having the path to be able to serve more children will be so important. And we
Yeah.
certainly couldn't do it without your support and the support of our community.
Well,
and it is just so needed right now.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you would step up in that way, just as our nonprofits do all around this community for the many needs that we have. And you certainly are a keystone to our nonprofit sector and all the good that's happening in our community because of that. If our listeners, our watchers are interested in getting engaged or supporting your work, what's the best way to connect with you?
Absolutely. We would love to have their support and their engagement. They can go to our website. They can call us. We're always needing volunteers.
Very good.
One thing that we really need people to do right now is talk with their legislators. Let them know that these issues are important issues, and we've got to have strong systems, and we've got to have quality childcare that's inclusive for Iowa to be strong.
I love that. So you've got your marching orders. You can get on their website. You definitely should be contacting your legislators and following what's going on in our state right now. Thanks, Sherry, to you and your team for being such just warriors in our community for children and families. And thanks for watching. As you can see, we are certainly better together.